it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my third update for It's a Project Pan Charlie Brown. I created this Pantastic Ladies project and it is themed around the Peanuts comic strip by Charles Schulz. Every character is a prompt. This project only lasts 6 months. It ends on October 2nd and I'm trying to get through all 15 by then. We'll see if I get to do that. For right now, I'm just going to update you on the progress, starting with the characters who have been in here the longest. Some of them have been in here since the intro, and that does include Franklin. Franklin was introduced to the group in 1968, and originally they didn't really know how to treat him and they didn't know how to integrate him in, but it turned out that he was someone that they really did appreciate having in their life. So he's represented by something that you originally did not think you needed. I originally didn't think I needed body scrubs because my loofah is supposed to exfoliate my skin, right? The thing is, I find that when I do use body scrubs, my skin is softer, so I do like using them, particularly before I shave my legs. This is the Sensuals Brightening Body Scrub. I am trying to finish it for Franklin, and now it's right there. This is probably going to be in here the entire project. That's okay. It is orange scented, which is pleasant, and I'm still working on using it. It doesn't say it on the front, but this actually does lather. It is an exfoliating body wash more than an actual exfoliant. As far as body scrubs though, it's not all that scrubby. There's not that many particles in here, but it still works pretty okay, and so I'm going to keep using it. Next up is Marcy, and she is a voice of reason or a grounding force for Peppermint Patty. So she's a practical product. You're going to look at a photo on the screen because right now my Good Molecules Clarifying and Cleanse Bar is wet, so I'm not carrying it around. But I am trying to finish that. It's going to take a long time. The Good Molecules embossing is still very visible, but I'm honestly probably mostly using the other side of it whenever I am getting soap off of there to rub on my face in the morning. This is my everyday morning cleanser. I might start using it in the evening. I'm not entirely sure yet, but this is still in the project until it's gone, and I honestly might not finish it. Next up is Pigpen, and he is represented by something that is always dirty because he's always dirty. I picked this Bondi Sands self-tanning foam in the shade Dark. Tanning is just a really dirty process. You have to put it on you and you have to wait a few hours and then you rinse it off. In the meantime, you don't really want to touch anything. My goal was to finish this. This was a sample that I got, and I did. It is gone now, so I have no more of this. This is an empty, and I'm not going to repurchase it because I just am not interested in trying to change the color of my skin, especially when it's this inconvenient. It could be worse, honestly. The foam isn't as messy as a liquid would be. It does tend to not drip all over the place as much as a liquid would, but I'm still not interested in it, and Pigpen is a rollout. Next is Sally. She is Charlie Brown's little sister. She is represented by something that you would wear to attract attention, and if I were trying to catch someone's attention in the way that she's trying to catch Linus's attention, I might try a winged eyeliner. So this is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner. This is a deluxe sample that I got as a gift with purchase. My goal was to use it 10 times. At the last update I had 7, and I used it 4 more times, so I'm actually at 11, but I did meet my goal and exceed it. This is now rolling out. It is still nice and pointy. I am very happy with this eyeliner. It dries down pretty quickly and therefore doesn't really transfer, so I really like it. If the next time I need a liquid liner, this might be what I purchase. I'm not sure yet, but I still have a couple more to go through before I need a new one. This is a rollout, and I do really like this product. Next is Lucy. She is represented by a product that is a retail therapy purchase. This is because she offers therapy on her own. For 5 cents, she will give you some psychiatric help, which is very nice of her. I picked this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Heartless. I was in an Ulta store because I like buying my foundations in person, and the only thing I was really after was a foundation. And so I found the foundation that I wanted, and I got a shade match, and I was in a good mood, and in an effort to extend the high of shopping, I decided to pick up something else that I didn't really need, and this was it. I had just heard good things about this formula, and I decided to try one. So this is what I ended up with. My goal is to use this 10 times. At the last update I had 1 use, and I'm now up to 5. I've used it 4 more times, so I'm halfway to my goal. So Lucy is going well. This is kind of an odd color. I'll use it usually on my lower lash line. Sometimes I'll use it on my upper lash line. I don't really have so many issues with this transferring as I do with other eyeliner formulas. So this is a good one. I don't put it in my waterline just because of the color. This is a bit of a pink with some lavender in it, and so it's close to the shade of my waterline anyway, so putting this in there just kind of feels silly. I have 5 more uses to go on Lucy, and it won't be a chore. At the last update, I rolled in Schroeder, and he is a music-related item because we never see him without his piano, essentially. He's always playing that thing, and it just goes with him wherever he goes, which is really cute and funny. I picked this eyeshadow from the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. This is a sample I got as a gift with purchase, but the shade name is Muse, and Muses inspire music, so that's what I went with. I have a goal to use this 10 times. I've used it twice so far. I have used this before, and this is the only Natasha Denona eyeshadow I have ever used, so I'm going to have this disclaimer there. But using this doesn't make me feel inclined to buy this palette or any other eyeshadows by Natasha Denona. It's nice, but it kind of looks exactly the same on the eyes as a ColourPop shadow I have in a different project. And between the two shadows, the real difference to me is that the ColourPop one is actually more user-friendly. It's easier to pick up on a brush. I can put it where I want it. Even though it is a crumbly shade, it does do what I want it to do, and so I have no complaints about that one. This one's a little bit more finicky. It can be kind of tricky to get enough on a brush, and I do like applying eyeshadow with brushes for two reasons. One, I can be more precise and put it where I want it. And two, I don't like risking hard pans, so I prefer not to put my finger in eyeshadows. That's why you don't really see me swatch things. It's because I don't want to damage the integrity of the shadow. I think they might not last quite as long whenever you get the oils of your fingers in there, so I try to avoid doing that. And so I don't like using this in my finger, and I did try it though, and honestly I don't think it was any easier to work with my finger than it was with a brush. So I don't really see what the hype is personally, but I will use this another 8 times for Schroeder. I did meet 2 goals. I finished the tanning film for Pigpen, and I got all of my uses on the liquid eyeliner for Sally, so I will be rolling in 2 more characters this time. Tiny Decisions randomizes my next prompts for me, and this time it picked 2 characters who are kind of lesser known characters. The first one is Shermie. Shermie had a larger role in the earlier comic strips, and he and Charlie Brown were very close friends. But once Linus was introduced, Linus kind of replaced Shermie in that role, and Linus became Charlie Brown's best friend. Shermie still appeared sometimes as an extra character or a background character as necessary, but he was no longer so much in the spotlight as he was really early on. So he's represented by a dethroned product. This is my Elaluz Sunriser Illuminating Face Primer in the shade Beamer. This was my only illuminating primer for a very long time, which meant that it was my favorite. I have been preferring the iconic London one lately, though truth be told, I have not used this in several months. It's probably been 8 months since I've used this, so I want to see if I really do like that iconic London one better than this one. So I'm going to bring this in for Shermie, and I'm going to use it 20 times to confirm that it really is dethroned. And the second character is Violet. Violet in early strips was Charlie Brown's crush, so he had a thing for her. She was the popular girl at school. As time went on, though, all the characters just kind of became friends, and there wasn't really a popular crowd anymore at all. So she is an item that used to be popular. And in this case, what I'm picking is really something from a brand that used to be popular. This is the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream Creme Fouette. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, but whatever. This is what I'm going to bring in for her. You don't hear as much about Drunk Elephant anymore as you used to. It seemed like everybody was talking about Drunk Elephant there for a while, and now everyone's kind of quiet about it. Some people are still really excited about the Deep Bronzy drops, and you'll hear about those sometimes, but Drunk Elephant's other products have faded into the background, so I'm going to finish this for Violet. So there's my update. I had 2 rollouts and 2 roll-ins. For next time, I think my best bet is the Urban Decay eyeliner for Lucy. I'll see if I can get my other 5 uses on this. Even if I don't, I'm going to bring in a new prompt anyway. So it'll still be something new coming in next time. Until then, wish me luck, good luck with your projects, and I will see you next month. Bye!